Hi, Pat in the cockpit. We're, let's see, what is today? Tuesday, October 15th. It's 3:45 in the afternoon, 22:45 Zulu. We haven't done any recording in 2 days, mainly because we've been really busy solving problems and haven't had time to make recording. Where we left off 2 days ago was we were dealing with internet issues and connectivity issues and network issues, and we finally figured out everything that's going on. So presently we have all the computers turned on. I'm going to power up all the computers as a matter of fact. Just turn them all on. Come over here, and we've got the server on right now. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Let me figure out how to zoom out here on this one. Here we go. A little wide. There. So the server is over on the wall here, and that computer's on. And that's what we're recording on. And my ZHSI computer, called ZHSI because I use a program called ZHSI. Basically, it's a computer over here. A little small computer has a 1050 and a 1060 card in it. Each have 4 outputs. And I run 7 screens. Primary flight display is one. Upper ECAS is another. First officer's primary flight display and nav display is another. Those are 19 inches left and right. Little 12 in the middle. Then we have the 2 CDUs. They're separate videos. And the lower MF, the ECAS or the MFD. And then we have the IRS display up here. So we're running 7 VGA on HDMI signals from that little computer. And that talks to the server over a program called ZHSI and FDS to XP, Flightdeck Solutions to XPlane, and ZHSI, done by Duncan Picatanga, my buddy. So we've got that computer working, and I can run the mouse across it and the server running. So I'm going to turn on, let's see, we also have a Microsoft Surface Pad here. And we have iPad. The reason I turned them on is to make sure everything works. So they're loading up. And let's turn on Sim 1, 2, and 3. So presently I have 3 relays, and I can turn on all 3 monitors and all the power to the sim and the power to the auxiliary. So all the power is controlled by 3 relays. Okay, let me go turn on these computers. Come on. Sim 1, Sim 2, and Sim 3. And although I have power to all these monitors here, I'm going to turn them on individually with their own individual remotes. Turn that one on. Oops. Turn that one on. I have 3 remotes. That one. And this one over yonder. Okay. Why isn't the middle one picking up? So I've got windows over here, windows over here. Let's find out why this one's not picking up. And that's Sim number 2. I turn it on, it's on. Let's see if it's picking up a signal. The home button. Pairing complete. Go to source. Go up, PC, enter. There it is. Somehow it lost its frame. So we've got 4 copies of XPlane 12. What we're going to do now is we're going to come to XPlane installer.exe and we're going to update XPlane 12. Update XPlane 12. And we're not going to check for betas. And continue. Continue. And we'll do that. We're not going to do it on number 1 because we've already done it. And this is our problem. Number 1 only works on Wi-Fi. It won't work on the LAN cable. So we've already updated number 1, the XPlane 12 latest version. And we also did the scenery. So let's go to number 2. We'll go to the installer. And how come that one's black over here? Let me update XPlane 12. Continue. Continue. Actually, I am going to do number 1. Take just a little bit of patience. Network and sharing, and change adapter setting, and we're going to enable Wi-Fi. I don't think this is going to pick up. I don't want to do that. I want to do that. My mistake. Let me back up. So XPlane 12 on the server is updated. So I'm going to go hit the back button, go to scenery, update scenery online, and continue. And it's checking installed files. And let's go back on number 2, update scenery online. Continue, continue, continue. Checking install files. We're still working on number 1 and number 3. Number 3 is on, but there's nothing on the screen. Let me kill this one here. With XPlane. Let's see if I can update number 1. Go to the installer and update XPlane. Continue. Continue. Yeah, see, doesn't like the fact that I don't have, I'm going to disconnect the LAN cable, and now I don't have a mouse, so I got to plug a mouse into this one. This is the problem of not having a network cable. I mean, an internet that works off LAN, and I have not resolved this problem for number 1. But we can still fly. Just kind of a pain in the butt. We're just updating XPlane right now on all our computers. So we're just going to plug into number ouch, right here. I don't know what that was. Oh, that was the pen for the Microsoft Surface Pro. We're just going to leave it there for now. Okay, let's see if we can update this. Installer. Update XPlane 12. I want to check for betas. Continue. Continue. Checking files. And where's my mouse? So I've got 4 copies of XPlane 12, and I'm checking XPlane 12 and the scenery libraries on all 4. You're going to wait on that. Let's find out why number 3 isn't coming on. Over here. Go to complete. Home button. Okay, we get that. And we're still working on number 1 to finish up. And it's done. Oh, it's checking installed files. Hold on. Nothing we can do until we get installed files checked. Thing we can do. Well, there is something I can do, but I don't want to. Almost another mouse. Hold on. Don't threaten me with another mouse. Once I've disconnected the LAN, so I use input director, so I use 1 mouse, 1 keyboard across all computers, and that's working fine across all 5 computers. But once you've broken that link, you can't use the wireless. So I've broken that link for a couple minutes. I'll use number 1. This all might sound very confusing, but trust me, in my mind it's not. Well, that one's almost done. Let's plug back into the server. This mouse. And play this over here. How many mice can you have in a plane? Okay. Checking files. That's good. On my oh, okay. So that's done. Let's go back and we'll check scenery on number 1 now. Update scenery online and go continue, continue, continue. This shouldn't take long. I'm in mouse hell right now. Oh well. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Hold on. Almost double checking the scenery here. To repeat for the 15th time, sim number 1, visual number 1, isn't working on the LAN cable for the internet, which I need to update XPlane. It's working on the, it's working if I don't have to get to the internet on a network, so, I don't know. Tracking. Okay, we're all done there, so I'm going to quit here and disable Wi-Fi, enable Ethernet. We're good there. Shut that down. Shut that down. Now this one should work. And it does. Okay. Now I can unplug this mouse, and we're down to one mouse. And we've updated sim 1, we've updated sim 2, and we're going to update sim 3, and we've added a server for XPlane and visuals. This, now let's go to number 3. We're going to spin around over here. Installer. XPlane 12, no betas, continue. Continue. While that's doing that one, I'm going to start the server. XPlane on the server. Fly XPlane now. Start with the server. I'm also going to come down here to. This is still running. Yes, we're still running. Looks like I've locked up recordings. Hold on. Okay, that's good. I think we froze up there for a second. Sony. Deactivate. Okay, we're back online. Okay. What happened was when I had to connect up to sim 1 via Wi-Fi so I could update it, it locked up input director and stopped the camera. You could probably hear me, but you couldn't see. Okay, so we're all good. So we're updating sim 3, the right screen to XPlane. We're going to start XPlane on the server. We're also going to fire up ZHSI. To start ZHSI, I've come over here and I've put in the, listen, let's get the book out and kind of go over everything we've done in the last day. Okay. I checked performance on all my computers with Cinebench and Mark 3D for video, and got all my problems resolved. Everything's looking good. The numbers look good. Got all my new IPs. I've updated ZHSI to version 3.71. I've also installed it into the ZHSI plugin into XPlane for ZHSI and the weather plugin for ZHSI. The weather plugin is new. I deleted the nav data and the airport data out of ZHSI so it'll rebuild. See, I got Air Manager working. Okay, I use Air Manager for two things. It's on my Microsoft Surface Pro. I use it to run all my gauges. So all my gauges in the plane are mechanical by Flight Illusions, and all their coding is done by all Flight Illusions coding is done by Air Manager. So I started a little program over here called Air Manager. Over here, Air Manager, and it should get all my. Very good. There they go. All my gauges should start working. And I can hear them ticking. Also, this should give me the electronic flight bag. I hadn't figured out. I can't remember how to get on the screen. I got to figure that out in just a minute. But bear with me. So I got the gauges running. Let's go back to there. I think I should just be able to swipe across. Back over here, fly XPlane on number 3, but I'm not going to fly it. Then I'm going to check for scenery. So in Input Director, program that I use for the mouse, I updated to the latest version, and now my screens are, using my mouse, I go left to right. I go from across the avionics, I call it, computer, which is ZHSI, and there's a bunch of screens. It goes all, the mouse goes all the way across, and it comes out over the server to Sim 1, Sim 2, Sim 3. So I can spin the mouse around, use it anywhere I want. So we're going over to number 3. We're going to hit the back button and go update scenery online and hit no betas and continue, and it's updating. That should take just a minute. While that's updating, I'm going back to the ZHSI computer and start ZHSI. So I updated Air Manager. Change the IP address and Air Manager for my new IP here. Everything's got old IPs in it from San Diego. And it did connect to the gauges. I wasn't getting any connection to my CDUs, and that was because my XPlane output preference file, flight FDS to XP, the destination IP, to the ZHSI computer was incorrect, so I had to put the new IP address in there. And if you're changing a file in XPlane, a folder, and you're changing it while it's running, let's say using Notepad++ like I do, you can't do it while XPlane is running. It won't save you. You got to shut down XPlane, change the file, save it, then restart XPlane. Also, my gauges weren't working because I forgot to hook up the USB cable between my Microsoft Surface Pro and my circuit board for my Flight Illusion gauges, which is back up underneath. That's what this computer is for. ForeFlight looks good and is updated. I had a problem with my lower ECAS here, it wouldn't work, and I pulled the cable up the back of the ZHSI computer, put it back on the video, it works now. My brightness knob, so all my brightness knobs down here, I got 5 of them. I can change the brightness on my screens and they're not working. So they're all on potentiometers to a joystick card. So it's my yokes and my pedals. And to check those, you can check them with Windows, but I use a program called VKB Joy Tester. It lets me test them. Can't calibrate them, but I can test them. It's a good program. I highly recommend VKB Joy Tester. It's free from VKB. You've got a VKB throttle. You can only go to their website. There's another program called Button Tester, which is really nice for testing buttons. So anyway, also I did not have a network cable from my TechWorks I/O board in the MIP to the router, so none of my switches were working on the MIP. Got it plugged in, I completely forgot about it. I've been a busy beaver. Let's look at, let's So I'm going to start the CDU clients to start with. I got 2 programs. One's called CDU jar, and one's for the first officer side. So we've got the 2. Let's see if you can see. I'm bringing it a little closer. Go with me. The problem is finding the mouse. I'm going to bring you in a little closer. Bear with me. Oops, wrong camera. Yeah, crossed over. This is not good. We got a mess here we got to fix. Hold on. Across cables. Okay, hold on. Across cables. Bring this over here, and I can bring you over here. Set here. Mouse. Ugh. Bring it down to cockpit. Okay, now you can see the 2 CDUs, and you can see a bunch of blue on them. That's just the alignment program. So the CDUs are alive. Now I'm going to start the ZHSI program. And it's a little jar program right here. I'm going to start it. And so it allows the ZHSI program to start all the VGAs. This is just a pattern. So it's waiting for XPlane. So we're just kind of sitting here. So we've got one screen. It's actually primary flight display and nav display connected by, separated by a bezel. ECAS, upper ECAS, engine information, blah, blah, blah system. First officer side, lower, this is the lower ECAS or the MFD, multifunction display, and the 2 CDUs, and then we have the IRS display at the top. Okay, so this is all sitting here waiting to run. I'm going to come back over here to XPlane, and it's ready to run. I'm going to start XPlane. Bear with me 1 second. Over here, I'm going to hit fly XPlane now. And fly XPlane now. There, and start XPlane. Here, all 3 of them. And you can see 1, 2, 3 copies, and the server. Now, as soon as I start it, the ZHSI should come up alive. They're all going to go gray, which tells me they're waiting for network. So what's happening is I'm using, in XPlane, you have network capabilities, and the server is telling the visuals, which are slaves, which are just out the front views. So left 45 degrees, center 45 degrees, right 45 degrees. It's telling them just to show me the out the front view. And they're just waiting to boot up. Give them a second while they're looking on the network. XPlane is great for that as far as being able to, okay. XPlane is an external visual standby mode. So all 3 of them. So now I can just go into XPlane. Everybody's waiting here. And I've lost my mouse, so there it is. There it is. So I'm going to go resume last flight. I was with my buddies at Joint ABA last night, and they were flying into John Wayne. So I parked my plane over at John Wayne. I'm going to resume last flight, and it should generate my plane at John Wayne at the gate. And you'll see it out the window here. And my ZHSI, my screen should come alive. I'm kind of going backwards here. I'm kind of showing you it's working now, and I'm going to show you what I've done to get it to work. Still waiting for XPlane to fire up here. Done with preloading, applying real weather, pre-synchronization is done. Here we go. Preparing the world. And we should be at the gate. We should be talking to those 3 computers in just a second. Hello? Why isn't it talking to those 3 computers? Oh, it's still loading. Still loading. Okay, this one's come on. This one's come on. And the center one should come on. Okay, so now, let's see if you can see what I can see. I am looking at, I'm sitting at the gate. You can see in a normal 737 running just on batteries, this is all you get. You get the primary flight display and the CDU. So I don't have in my electronics up here, screen, I don't have any Gen 1, but I get APU. So I'm going to start the APU up. And it's going to start the APU. And it's firing up. You can see the temperature coming up. It takes about 45 seconds. Now these screens are a little dim because I got to figure out why the dimmer pots aren't working, and I know why. It's because it's a data output transfer problem I've got to resolve. Yeah, it's easy to figure out if I remember how. Anyway, waiting for the APU to come online. If it's online, I powered that up. Then I'm going to set the IRSs. Turn them to off. Align. Let me turn both off. It says there's motion. Oh, I think I got the engines. Engines might be. No, the engines aren't running. Okay. I'm waiting for the IRSs to align right now. I've got power, so after 45 seconds the screens come on. So waiting for the IRSs to align. And so the CDUs now are both on and working. I've got primary flight display on the captain's side and the first officer's side. Everything's working here. MCP is working. I can turn the buttons. It's all working. If we go outside the plane, right now we're inside the plane, we're going to go outside the plane. So I'll do a shift 4. Oops, I've got to be on the server to do that. Okay, I am outside the plane. That's the back. That's what my plane looks like if I'm looking through the cockpit. You can see kind of weird looking to you, but anyway, it's working across all 3 screens. If I put the camera right behind me, you would just see what I see looking through the cockpit. So that's what my plane looks like. And I'm going to go back inside the cockpit. I'm in the cockpit. Okay, all the screens are working, FMCs are up and running, all the screens are locked in on the network. It shows me in FliGhtdeck in John Wayne. Everything is running. So I'm going to show you what I've done to get to. There's a lot of things I need to do. I want to show you the wiring that I've done. That was the big thing I was doing yesterday. I spent the whole day cleaning up wiring. It's one thing to wire things up. It's another to make them work so they're presentable and long term. And that's all done in the front of the plane, and that's what we're going to show you now. So, let's start on the first officer's side and show you everything we've done. Okay. This is the first officer's side, and you're going to notice, first of all, that I'm going to see if I can rotate this down for you. First thing I want you to notice is there's absolutely no wiring on the floor. That's kind of a difficult thing to do. No wires. So over here we have the ZHSI computer right here. I need to bring another camera over. We're going where no man should go. This is going to be tons of fun. You're going to move you up here, right there, and then we'll take this camera and bring this camera over here. I'm going to take this little camera off here. If I can remember how to do this without stopping the film. So I know what you need to do. Well, this is our ZHSI computer right here. Right here. It's got the 1050 and the 1060 video cards. This computer down here is one of my visual computers. It's for this screen right here. Okay, starting with, you can see coming out of the wall, that's my internet connection from my router right there, and it runs all the way around the back of the wall, down that conduit, into the switch back there. Okay, we've got a fan there we put in the window sometime. I'm going to take you up to the La La Land now. So we can get you up there. I think we've been up here before. Here goes. Okay. If you look at the back of the CHSI computer, that's the last thing I wanted to do was knock over that camera. But I did anyway. Okay. So, sorry about that. I wanted to show you the back of this computer here. So this has all the cabling for the ZHSI. There's 7 VGA, HDMI, DP port, and that goes on that loom that goes down underneath and up inside. Coming back around. This computer here, all it has on the back, this is the SIM number 3. All it has is the cable that hooks to up there, the back of that computer. I'm sorry, the back of that screen. It has a HDMI connection up there and power, and that's it. And that's this cable right here. We need to pin that to the wall. And we have power down here too. That's also on this side. Let's walk you around to this side now. There's considerably more stuff on this side, on the captain's side. Back here, that's the server computer up on the deck. You can see it's up on top. That's the server that runs this screen right here. Okay, that has all the hardware hooked into it. The stick, rudder, all the controls, everything goes into the server computer. The visuals only have an HDMI to the video, power, and Ethernet or LAN cable. It's also on them. And then the ZHSI, all it has is the videos to these displays over here. So, I've come in here and I've got to get an extension for this. I've got to get an extension for this LG. It's a 6.5 millimeter extension. But the HDMI here is now pinned to the wall. Up there and pinned to the wall nicely. You can see it runs down, the black one runs down here. It goes underneath. These are all pinned to the wall. And this is the VGA for the server, comes from this computer. It comes up along the underside of this screen and runs over here. So let's come on in here a little closer. We spend a lot of time going underneath here. So
We have knee pads here all over the place. These little yoga mats. So come on in here. And once you get in here, oh, I've got a new little thing. Hold on, I gotta go get it. Got a new little seat. I'll be right back. My wife's tired of me stealing her stuff, so I went and bought my own. Hold on. Where's that little chair? Okay, so go back in here. This is what we got. Got us a new little seat, so we can sit down back here. So we have to be on our hands and knees all the time. Okay, going back in here. And I'm going to sit down here. Sleep a little easier. Turn the screen around a little. Okay. This is all the wiring inside this compartment here. This is, the tiller is right up in here. I got an AC outlet. This is all the wiring for lighting, pencil holder, cup holder. I got a little USB here, captain's headset. Cameras are hooked into here, which goes into a little USB-C. This will all be, there's a plate that goes on here. So, also connections for the iPad and FliGhtdeck. Little notes to myself. This is all ready to seal up in here. Ugh. On back here. So I'm going to scoot back around the corner. This is the business end of these two computers. This is the back. You see network cable right here, and this is video for number one, and it comes up. Goes up there, across, comes across and hooks to right here. So you can see it. Goes down the wall, it's all pinned to the wall. And there's the power right down there for it. Power's right there. Whoops. And this is the front of the other computer. It's got the same thing on the back of it. And that's the Wi-Fi antenna for the one we're having a problem with. For number 2. Yeah, number 2. For number 1. I'm so confused now. For number 2. Okay. I have a fan back here, a rotating, oscillating fan. I'm going to scoot back here some more and bring you with me. I don't kill myself. I'm going to stand up in here. And I'm going to wrap this camera around. Here's the outdoors. Here's the back of the screen. I can almost walk through there. No, I can't. I have. You can see all the AC wiring, conduit, and a lot of wiring's pinned underneath. And it all goes underneath that center screen. So let me scoot in here. Let me turn this light on in here. Hold on a second. Let me turn this light on inside the back of the sim. On. This should plug in a little better. Okay. Hello. Hey. I don't know why that happened. That didn't sound good. Okay, so back at the nose of the plane. All the guts are in here. All the wiring comes. Yeah, I'm gonna hop out of here and show you a couple things. I can control it from in here. Instead of pointing it to you, I can control the camera. And lift this board up. Okay, so I can control that. We are mouseless. Here it is, right here. Let me control this camera here. Become a magical mystery tour. So I'm going to point you to the back of the computer first. And I'm going to go wide. Okay, that's where we just came in from there. Here's the back of that screen, right there. And you can see the video cable. It comes across and down the wall. And it goes right into that left computer. And besides that, we have that nice pink power cord, a big heavy one, short, and the blue one is the LAN cable right there. So this is a server computer, and it has the network cable, and it has USB for all the USBs in the plane, and USB hubs. It's got the video card, video cable that actually kind of interesting. I come out of the 1090 card and into that Elgato card right below it. That short little HDMI cable, and then out of that to the server screen that we're looking, the big one, the big server screen. I do that on my Elgato so I can capture what am I trying to capture here? I'm capturing, I don't want to capture. I want to come out of number 2, and I got to change this wiring. I want to come out of number 2 and go through the Elgato and back to the screen. So I need to rewire this. This is wrong. Yeah. Okay, I see what I need to do. I can fix this. This is wrong. This HDMI should go right to the server.
what should happen is the output of number 2, which is back over here. This is number 2 on the right. It should come into this Elgato card right there, and out of the Elgato card to screen number 2 right above it. That way I can capture the out the front. Okay. I did that, if I'm not mistaken. There's the power. Everything's got little cable grabbers there. So those 3 black wires coming across, those are USBs. And if you look here, see the mouse holes there? That one on the left and the one on the right. There's a black cover that goes on each of these. There's covers put on permanently. When I'm flying, those holes are for cabling to go through, little mouse holes. You can see the back of the rudder pedals there on the right, the gold bar, and then up just to the left of that gold bar, there's the I/O board. It's green up there, and there's all the wiring for the power supplies, the relay board, USB down here, hub. Here's all the wiring up top. For the displays and all the switches, it's all up in there. This is the nose of the plane. There's a lot going on here. Lots of wiring. You can see the harness that goes up to the center post right there. That harness goes to the center post up to the overhead. A lot of good stuff up there. So what I had to do the last day is you'll notice there's no wiring coming across the floor. It's all underneath this computer stand, which is the center screen. So that piece of wood that's right here sits there, and any wire that needs to go in or out goes underneath there, and I can step across from one side to the other. That black thing right in the middle there, that little box, oblong box, that's the Bose subwoofer. And here's the Bose speakers. You can see them. There's one right in the middle of the screen, down at the end of the inside the plane, right. Got the silver front, and here's the one on the right side. It's over here. This is the other Bose speaker right there. You can see the edge of it against the black. That's the other Bose speaker on the right. Just to the left of the blue network cable. And then the controllers in the plane right down here. This is the Bose controller in my right hand. I control the Bose speakers. Works good. It's not a lot of hardware, but man, that Bose system sure pumps the high quality sound out. Then each TV screen has its own speakers. Okay. I think that is everything. The important thing is that I can get up here and work, and you can see that there's not a lot of interference of cabling to step on it. Cleaned it all up, found a problem I need to fix. That's what I spent the whole day on. It was wiring, USBs, that's the SIM number 3 down there, and there's the CHSI at the very end of CHSI computer way down at the end up on the deck. So everything's up and running right now. I haven't flown, but so I think the next step, let me bring this camera back from the Magical Mystery Tour. I'm going to set it right up here in the deck. No, I can't set it there because it needs to be a little higher.
Right now you're looking out the front window at the gate at I think I've accomplished everything I wanted to. I've shown you why I spent the whole day yesterday working on wiring. I put all the boxes away back here. I'm trying to mess back here. It's not too bad. Oops, it doesn't want to go that way. Let's go wide. Here's the parts cabinet. And I only have one desk with tools on it. And you can see it's pretty cluttered with tools and stuff. But I'm down to one desk with tools. Down here is just a spare keyboard and mouse and a screen I need to get rid of. Got a fan back there and a chair. And there's that other camera back there. Anyway, that's everything. The room's getting cleaned out. What I'm going to do now is work on, let me zoom this back up over here. What I'm going to work on now is I need to do a couple things. Get my dimmers working, fix that Elgato card. I need to think about downloading the latest version of ZeboMod. Once I've done that, I need to put the throttle quadrant in. That'll be tomorrow's job, and it's in a box in there. Here, I'll show you where that box is. Bear with me. A little glimpse of where the box is. So if you look in that other room over there, all the way through, you see a box, wooden box. That's the throttle quadrant. That's the sim overflow room, soon to be guest room. There's the first officer's seat in there, and the throttle quadrant, and the pedestal's in there too. So tomorrow's project, in lieu of ZeboMod, downloading and installing it to get that throttle quadrant out of the box, get it mounted, installed, and fired up. Put the pedestal in after that, hooked up to, there's 3 network cables, one for the throttle quadrant, and then there's 2 for the pedestal. Get the seat in, make sure all the switches work. Here, I didn't show you the light test. The light test is now working, which is let me show you the light test. A little wide. And you'll be able to see the lights in the plane all come on from 1 or 2 cameras. The light test is right here. Okay, there's the light test for the overhead. And I'll turn it on and off. All the lights come on in the sim. And that's just to test everything. They're all working. And that's actually going through XPlane. I don't know what else there is to show you. This has only been a little 1-hour video, but I wanted to take you a little tour of all this little tour I've taken you on. It took, I'm figuring 10, 12 hours to do all that wiring back there, to get the right length wires, the right type, all types of problems as far as, oh, I can't do that, why did I do that, I forgot this, why didn't I make a note about this, it just goes on and on and on. But we figured them all out. I document everything in my book,
So we're going to continue on with some wiring, and it's almost 5 o'clock, and do some fun things and shut it down and post it. So sorry I wasn't here yesterday, but I was very busy, but we made a lot of progress. My schedule right now, if I had to make a schedule, I'd say I'd like to be flying in 5 days. I'll probably be flying sooner, but that's my goals. By the 20th to be in the air on VATSIM. I've already gotten on VATSIM. I need to get a couple other things in VATSIM squared away. Get SimBrief working, get my checklist, try to remember how to fly so I get in the air so I can get ready for world flight. If you get a chance, go in and Google World Flight 2024. Team Hamilton is the team I'm on. I fly is Air New Zealand 362. My buddy Duncan, he flies Air New Zealand 361. And world flight starts on the 2nd of November in Sydney. I may fly over there in my simulator if I get the chance. It'd be a good opportunity to get some stick time. I desperately need some stick time after 7 months grounded. I need some checkout, and I need to get on VATSIM and get my rating back. But my plan is to do world flight. It's a week long. And we will be streaming that on YouTube. It's for charity, and we'll be getting you all up for donations for our charity. Penny goes to the plane, and all goes to our charity. Okay. Thanks for being here and getting to see all the goodies. And the other thing is my speakers here aren't working correctly. I've got a little Bluetooth receiver with an amp to pick up ATC, and it's working, but it's not coming over speakers, so I'm going to have to drop the overhead and drop the eyebrows and figure out what the hell I did wrong. Tons of fun. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye. Happy coffee. And where's my mouse? There it is. Stop the recording.